to my brother.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see the workhorse, Jonathan Taylor. He's coming off one of the better games we've seen, over 170 yards. It's the Chargers and the Saints, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 23.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi everybody, Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner as you get a look at Baker Mayfield.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Baker going to throw this right away. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
3 and out, a real danger here on the opening drive as they come up on 3rd and 12. To throw, Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game, to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And Lance going to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Cole Kmet, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go. Still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Mayfield on first down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power. We saw finesse. We saw speed. And what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early. That's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Lance. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Mayfield now from the 50. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. Fights through and now a crease. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. After 7-0 on EA. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And the Saints are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. McCaffrey. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Christian McCaffrey with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring it down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On play action, Lance. Pass complete, George Pickens with it. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this is an awfully tough way to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And Lance will try again on 2nd down. And this one is incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Lance. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Running straight and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing at the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Mayfield to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Landry. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it's 2nd down. Now Mayfield. He's got a man. It's his fullback. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. So out come the Chargers. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that. All
the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Here's Lance to throw it. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. From the gun, Mayfield. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly, and now first and goal, expect them to tackle. Right,
touchdown! Eric Ebron, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Chargers getting set to go. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance will get that complete to his tight end Kmet. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
It's tipped, but it doesn't matter. He still catches it. And not much happening there. He's taken down by a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll run here with Taylor, and he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him 3 on the game there, 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor, and this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor, and this time he is in. Jonathan Taylor with a milestone career touchdown number 100, joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Chargers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jarvis Landry in the New Orleans offense out for another series. That's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. The good receivers, it's interesting, though. You put extra coverage on them, they probably view that as a challenge. All right, I'm going to go after this. You put one guy on them, then they feel disrespected, and they want it to. So how do you cover it?
You're exactly right. That's an insult, right? Especially the year that he's having. But I just have to go ahead and I'm not going to insult him. I'm going to respect him. I'm sending as many people as possible. But one of the reasons he's having this type of a start is despite that type of coverage, he finds a way to what we call uncover late. Ball's thrown, even though there's coverage there, He's the one who can go up and come down with it, finds a way to get to the football.
And the offensive line has given them time in the pocket to have that uncovering late. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Working with a 2nd and 3. Final play of the half, Mayfield. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. So thanks to the late touch. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Lance going to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Mayfield's throw there, complete to Mooney. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Here's Mayfield. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate. A nice carry. Again, McCaffrey. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Christian McCaffrey, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints have moved out in front. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up. You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
back to the air on second down. It's Lance. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Throwing is Lance on third down. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 39-yard line. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a second and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So third and 2. This quite possibly four-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. "61 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot." Well, Christian McCaffrey is as tough to bring down as they come at the running back position, and he proved it right there. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes having the hat trick against them.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. McCaffrey. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Christian McCaffrey with his third touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. They start deep in their territory. The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Shotgun now for Lance. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now. Well, he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And they'll go for it. Lance. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. First and 10, Taylor now. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got this to Pickens. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 40. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Lance now on first down. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Throwing on first down is Lance. He's got the connection to Moore. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5. The Chargers on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. It doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finding Pickens for another catch. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Hurry. Taylor. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Let's go. Here's Taylor again. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson. McPherson up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They gathered their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Well, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Seibert's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So the Chargers now down by 10, a minute 45 to play. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery, but first things first. 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw. He's got Pickens complete and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Called out a very strong gain of 24. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Lance. Pass complete to Taylor, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Lance back to throw. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 36. Now Lance. Got a man complete, it's Taylor. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
You know, we've discussed this before. We've seen it at practices, extra periods being put in for the offense on these two-point tries, but the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for two and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on two-point plays as well.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. So they came in here facing a very tall task going against the NFL's #1 ranked defense, but they got the job done. Charles, really an outstanding performance.
They certainly showed that they weren't going to be intimidated, didn't they? They took on the best defense in the NFL today, took it right to them, and that's against a group of guys that is used to shutting people down. To me, this is going to be a signature moment for this team season.
So for New